Okay. I know I could probably find the rest of
Do
them.
the Victor one.
Do the
Do the Victor one. Because
like,
the Victor one was a little. I was a little concerned on that one, just a
oh,
tiny bit.
okay. But either one is fine.
Either one.
Uh,
Because I did want to ask, because I caught on to your decision making. I don't know if it was because you were playing Asuka. I don't know if it was um I didn't know if you were playing seriously that day. I don't join VC right away when I'm playing sessions
got
because
you.
sometimes I just like to listen to music. But when we played our matches later, when you played Jin, I was like, oh no, this is how this guy plays.
Yeah.
So the reason why it's weird is because you guys fall for a no mix. So the reason I actually picked Victor here is because of that.
The low, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So pause it.
Oh yeah.
The reason I went for the low high there is because in an arena match, I did sidestep for it every time. And I purposely made it more and more obvious to see if you would change your decision making. Because I was using sidestep 4 to step with you and catch your step.
Mm,
I wanted to see if you would slow down your gameplay and call out lows because they tear you apart.
right.
Holding block and going for your movement is really good, but you focus on movement so much, and movement is your option for almost everything. And I know movement is your option for almost everything. So depending on who I'm picking, yes, I do have to adjust for movement. The easiest characters that I found to adjust to your movement was Azucena and Victor. Azucena more so hard because I have to straight up call out your movement because if I'm being honest, sidestep blocking, like diagonal movement, would work wonders for you because there's a lot of homing moves that should not just straight up catch you. You
Got
like
it.
you commit to your movement in such a way that a homing move will catch you when it shouldn't, funny enough, because a lot of homing moves are meant to catch sidewalks. They are not meant to catch side steps because they are not fast enough to catch side steps.
I
That's why
got you.
when people say Kazi and Lily is a really shitty matchup, is because he has nothing to catch her when she just straight up steps. Because when she steps, guess what? She can still block she can still duck back four, and she can still block down four too, and she gets a nasty punish off those moves.
Right. Yeah.
So in this instance, you shouldn't be getting hit by homing. If if I'm doing when I was playing Azucena and you started going into plus frames and Claudia step plus frame step, did you notice what I did?
I can't even remember honestly. We could check
Well,
that again, but
we can, yeah, I won't even tell you. We could just check that after that.
okay.
But for this matchup specifically, yes, I noticed you were not blocking lows because you were more focused on movement. And the low, me repeating that low, it realigns me with you. So unless you call me out on doing this low or you just straight up duck it, I tear you up every time,
Got
every
it.
single time. And for two whole matches straight, you met it with movement still. You called it out maybe like four times, maybe.
Yeah.
But then once I mixed it up, you went right back to just using movement.
Right. Right.
So it played out.
Oh yeah. Played up. Okay. I was not prepared for that, and that was also not prepared for. What it is. Man, I'm playing sloppy as hell here. Okay. They're already the same thing. Yeah. You can already tell I'm stepping right. Probably went for... That's while standing 1, right?
While standing 1's homing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That already tracks me that way anyway.
That high is homing as well.
Yep. Yeah, you're throwing out options there where you could just catch me just in case I decide to, because you know I'm just like moving so much, step heavy, all these fun things.
Because your movement is good, but your movement is very... You commit to this, and I know you are.
Yeah.
You like, that's why I say your movement is good, but it can most certainly be better, because you can simplify it into making your into having your opponent make more mistakes. Because the thing is, the thing about your movement is I know you're looking for something. You're using movement so that you can hit something big. I know you're not using movement so that I make a mistake.
Okay. Then you go for it again. Yeah. Yeah, you're doing those things to keep me in place a little bit, because you know I'm going to commit to that move, or to the movement, yeah?
Yes.
When you mean by simplify, well, that's the thing. When you mean like using movement to catch a mistake, do you mean like just step blocking just to see if you're going to do something, or what does that really mean? Because it's like, I know I step and commit too much like that. I do that way too often, but then does that mean I just have to exert some patience there, or just...
Yes, just a little bit of it, because when you're looking, because we did this a lot in the Kazuya matchup. If you can ask ATB this, when I play Kazuya, I will not throw out as many buttons as I did against you. The reason why I made that adjustment and I got more aggressive is because I know you're going to joust me. I know you're going to try to get in with your movement, because I know your movement is very aggressive. So if I'm calling out that your movement is aggressive, okay, let me shut down your offense and let me hit you with things to tell you you shouldn't be getting this comfortable.
Right.
Because there was a few times I caught you with while standing 2 on Kaz. I hit you with a lot, and I mean a lot of down forward 2s. Right. I mean, not down forward 2s. Twin pistons on wake up.
Got it. Yeah. I don't even remember if that... I don't remember if that really hit me or not. I'm trying to remember, but I can't really remember all the instances, but... Oh goodness, there's a lot of these. Do you remember which one it would have been, or...?
It was arena stage.
Oh, was it arena one?
Yeah, down. I was just in arena.
Oh, I was just saying.
I assume you're talking about the Claudio matches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just in arena.
Okay.
It was likely one of the later sets.
Like, so probably one of these.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you imagine it particularly being dominant in your favor, or?
Probably.
Probably. We could just check this one, see. All right, let's see.
Get ready for the next battle.
Okay. I keep forgetting I have that mod. Low simple, yeah. Again, the same thing. And I'm just still not ducking. I didn't duck one, I didn't do a thing about it. Why am I doing all that, dude? Yeah. Yeah. That was the one thing I could catch, I remember. I was like... in and then punish. Punish again. Were you throwing that just to catch the step that way?
Yep.
Yeah.
To catch it that specific direction.
Yeah.
Because I noticed my down forward one was catching you only one side, and you were catching me on the other side. So I was like, okay.
So now, yeah, so now you gotta switch it up the other way.
Yeah, I needed to find something to go for the other way because your move was coming out so fast that I couldn't use my homing option. So I was like, alright, cool.
So now you just gotta use something that'll catch that way, yeah.
Yeah, and then I kind of got obsessed with that move and had really had a lot of fun using it, so I just kind of kept doing it.
Fair enough.
But yes, I was using that to catch that specific side because I'm actually still learning Azucena. Like I play her very tight. I don't really know what I can use to catch both sides. So I was like, let me try this, and it worked out.
Interesting, okay. Someone's having the time of their life back there.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if that was the one that you were looking for or not, but...
No, that was you called it out. That's exactly why I was using that move.
Yeah.
Because you were going plus frames in the step, and I genuinely was losing to that. I was like, okay. I really liked that situation because that's something I was kind of looking for on Azucena. I wanted to see what catches her other side.
Gotcha.
And when I made that adjustment, the match tipped into my favor. It tipped in my favor again, really quickly.
Got you. Okay. I mean, the only thing I think I should have done was that first round with all the highs and the lows. I probably should have just ducked. If somebody's just jabbing me, is it just okay to just duck and do something, or just go for like high crush or something?
I mean, if I know, then it's probably best to you have other options.
I have
like a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people will see jab, 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 and they'll think, okay, I'm gonna launch.
Right.
And then they'll see that I'm still doing it. I'm not afraid of that situation because, for example, say if I'm fighting against Kazi, if I go jab, 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 and they think twin pistons or they think wall standing 2, killing them.
Got you.
Easily. Wall standing 2 is minus 18. I'm launching you. Twin pistons, I'm getting my turn back. I'm getting a meaty punish and I'm getting my turn back.
Yeah.
Because that is minus 12. And the same goes for almost any character. If I, like, jab is a situation that can go either way. It's just a matter of if I remember to hold back, because a lot of times I genuinely do forget to hold back. So I'll see you crouch, and then I'll just look at you.
Yeah, I to be fair, I have that happen to me too sometimes.
But it's a very, very, like, that's what ATB means by let them show you things. Because in that situation, you launched me twice, but I still did it because I am not afraid of that situation. Because guess what? You showed me what you're going to do in that situation, and you showed me you were going to do it every single time. When I went back in for jabs, what did I do? I punished you every time you tried to launch me.
Yep.
But you didn't make the adjustment. Every time I jabbed, you either went for it again or you blocked up. You still have other options you could have tried.
Right.
Because I was using down forward 1 to cover 2 options. I was using it to cover your crouch, and I was using it to cover a step. But you never did step. So I was basically just covering crouch.
Right.
But you still could have stepped another side. Yes, down forward 1.
Yeah.
But Azucena's down forward 1 is just also really, really good. It's not that minus, and it has a follow up that jails.
Yeah. So that's really good for her, but yeah, I guess
Is
I
there
could have.
any other match?
Not really. I don't really know, honestly. Like, I don't know if there was anything else you noticed that you wanted me to look at, or
It's, if I'm being honest, the biggest takeaway is how to refine your movement, because a lot of people don't know your movement is aggressive. A lot of people don't catch on that, or they kind of accidentally catch on to that. Because people look at you, Miguel, and they're like, "Oh, you're really good. You're easily probably like top 3 in KOG server." I'd say I'd say outside of like a few matchups, you are still better than the other player. Uh, I don't want to say names because I do think that's rude, but
yeah.
yes, you definitely do have a bit more going for you than other people in that server. But the thing is, you kind of get hit by like some type of thing. Do you use the arc a lot?
Do I use the what a lot?
Do you lose to arc a lot?
Oh yes, yes, and I really
Do you
don't
know
like that.
why?
I don't let him do things.
No, he shuts down your playstyle. He's playing June. You doing an aggressive movement and you thinking you have the upper hand and you have the agency to do a lot in your matchup gets you blown up. Because what does Arc do? Every time he is slightly in danger,
Can.
and
I know.
and
Yeah.
and Can shuts down gameplay like that. But if
Right.
that is your entire game plan, you're going to keep getting shut down. You're going to keep getting shut out.
Right.
You could probably get ran by like a Kishin Jun doing Can, because yeah, you're playing too aggressively in a matchup where you should change it up.
Right. Yeah. I just there's certain situations I feel like I haven't gotten comfortable with, because ATV also said that to me too, where it's like I should let them show me what they're doing, and I took it in the way of like, I should just kind of block and let them do things so that I could just like see what they want to do to me when I'm not doing something. But I also didn't think about it, and I guess that's also on me, because he also literally did tell me to do this as well, where he would tell me to like pressure with like jabs, down forward 1, back 4, push them away from me, those kinds of things, just to see what they would do. I should be doing that too, because
Yeah,
it's a thing of passive. It's a thing of passive defense, not actively like move into your face, see if you're gonna press something, but like let them, block things, let them, overextend, but also like, not being so crazy in my aggression too, just to see what they'll do. What's it as well? Just simple like jab to jab to jab, like you were doing, and testing what I'm going to do, and all those things.
yeah. It's really like for example, if you just look like you just think back to our match, I don't throw stuff like that out.
You didn't at all.
Like I just don't throw stuff like that out
Yeah.
willy-nilly. The
Yeah.
reason I did is because I know they're going to hit. I absolutely know those things are going to hit. If you made the adjustment, boom, 90 damage combo, boom, death combo,
Right.
boom, punish, heat, take your pressure.
Right.
But you're making a call that you shouldn't. Like for example, Dummy was like, "Hey, do you have time to go over matches?" I said yes. I can I still have notes on Dummy. I almost never just jab, jab, jab interrupt here against opponents. But what did Dummy show me? Dummy showed me that any small amount of plus frames he gets, he will instantly roll into Kazuya's vortex.
Mm,
Stopped his vortex every time. I win the match.
yeah. Interesting. So it really is just, it's just showing what's it? It's every situation, looking at everything that's going on and doing something about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you don't even have to complicate it. It's as simple as that. You're a fundamentally strong player. Your execution is there. Refine your movement. because you're using your good movement in a very narrow way. You are like, you could easily be moving diagonally. You can easily be backstep crouching. You could do all these things to just call out what your opponent's doing, but you're using it aggressively and you're getting blown up by a style of play you really should not.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because every time I lose to Arc, it pisses me off. And it's not even a thing of like I don't know what to do to him, because I've noticed it too, right? Like when he plays, he'll just stand there and wait to can, and I do much better, and I start beating him when I let him just do that for no fucking reason and do, you know, it doesn't give him anything, right? Like I give him one move on block and then I just let him do his bullshit and then I punish him for it, and I do so much better that way. And when he starts to, you know, be dramatic in his defense in his offense once again, I win those interactions more often than I lose them, because he's so he goes over the top with that, and I'm gonna be honest with you, he gets way too predictable and starts throwing moves that he shouldn't.
Yep.
And
like
it's just, yeah.
It like instead of like needlessly forward dashing in his face, instead of needlessly not even needlessly, because you can sidestep a good amount of her pressure, but she does have some crazy homing moves, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
You could easily just backdash. You have a very good Korean backdash on certain characters, because some characters backdashes do screw you over. I have noticed. I don't know if you know, but everyone has like a kind of different function to backdashing. So I know you have it down on like Jin, but then like you switch to, I can't even really name a character, but you switch to a different character and you'll notice the backdash is a little jank. It's because their backdash works differently. So you have to kind of adjust your Korean backdash. But for the most part, you could just backdash on things Arc does and then whiff punish. I know you can whiff punish those things.
Yeah, and I think with a lot of those things, I've had a lot more success doing that too. I don't know, I get accustomed to doing one thing that I like to do rather than what I should do.
And if I'm being honest with you, it's as simple as that. And so just like that, in how long have we been here? In less than 30 minutes, you got the message. You didn't even have to spend that much time on it.
Right.
But, and you're like, do internalize these things. I'm gonna go over it one more time. When it comes to movement, you can learn diagonal movement. So that would be like backdash and sidestepping, backdash crouch. You know, calling out these different like offenses. Like what's it called? ATB was having trouble with the law matchup on stream. I was like, sidestep right, duck, and he will lose so many interactions. ATB started walking us left. Like, it really forces the law player to just stop doing their mindless bullshit, and really focus on what ATB's doing. Because ATB will run through any sidestep right duck.
Got you. Okay. And that also that makes me wonder, because I think a lot of my problems with this game in the beginning, right? Because when I first joined, I was like TK, and I think my issue was, it wasn't like I couldn't do things, it was like I didn't know what to do, or what would be the better option. And then, you know, my problem then became, I was too worried about doing the right option, or the best option instead of the right option. That was my problem before. So, I guess with the jab pressure, so you're saying I could have done things that could have ended up with me getting a launcher, and I don't know where that would have gotten, like just stepping and seeing whether you jab again?
Just slowing down, because as I said, if your first thought is to, okay, I have to run in and I just have to start my pressure because I don't want them to do it, because you joust me a lot. There's a lot of instances where you're running at me and I'm like, all right, I'll do this. I'll meet you with a move, and I win. There's been multiple instances where one of us would wake up from crouch and we'd both electric.
Yeah.
And like the first time, I do believe you got me, and I was like, oh shit, he woke up and he still beat me with that electric. And then I was like, all right, cool. And I took your joust every time, and I won every single joust after that.
Mm,
But you really don't have to leave it to chance with jousting, especially when you see the moves that I jousted you with. Like,
yeah.
you ran up, I did wall standing 2 from wake up. You did not have to eat that. You easily could have, like, you could have waited, whiff punish, you could have, because it does have some whiff recovery. It's deceptively long.
Yeah.
You could have ran up block it. I don't advise because the run up block kind of sucks in Tekken 8. Like there's a lot of instances where me and ATB would run up block and we'd end up exploring.
Yeah, I find that very often happen to me too
Yeah.
with the run-up block.
So I mean, I guess I probably will, like, I wouldn't get you on that if I knew you were run up blocking. If it was like Tekken Season 1, where I was like, oh, you probably tried to run up block, I would have gave you the benefit of the doubt there. But the thing is, counter.
Yeah.
We called you out. I saw you press the button.
Interesting.
It's like you don't have to always meet something with a button, because I know someone like Cryptic or someone like KOG, they'll tell you run your offense, run your offense, run your offense.
It's not just that though. It's not ever just running your offense, and that's why I don't like it, because like I'm a firm believer, right? Like I can choose to take the advice of whoever I think it's worthy, right? And I just don't think like running a planned offense every single time is going to work, because that hasn't worked, and it's just like there's more to it than just that, you know? Like
there's a step before it. There's even like a kind of like a precaution you have to take. I know Cryptic plays a lot more characters now, but when I would see a lot of Cryptic's, because I don't see Cryptic's coaching now. I also know he's in a different server. But back then, when Cryptic was saying run your offense, run your offense, run your offense, do this, it was a lot of the time it was valid because he was coaching speakers who were speakers playing King. There's a lot of situations where speakers can just run down on someone, and yes, it is going to work because King got it like that.
right,
But
yeah.
you play Jin. You don't always got it like that, or you don't have it in the same spots that King would. And then a lot of the times where Cryptic is like, run your offense, run your offense, run your offense, he plays Lars.
Yeah, he plays Lars. Yeah.
So it's like, sure, but you're Lars.
Yeah, you get to do that. Your stances do that for you. like your stance literally moves up for a mix. Like, come on.
Like, when I joined the server, I was Tekken God. And when I finished my first session with ATB, they were like, there's no reason you should just be in Tekken God. And then I got God Instruction. That was the first thing ATB told me. There's no reason I should be Tekken. And the reason why I had to make slight adjustments despite being coached by ATB is because of who we play. ATB plays Xiaoyu. Xiaoyu has a lot of ways to just slip out of the things that I unfortunately have to deal with. There are my character does not have an amazing sidestep. It's not the worst sidestep, but it's not an amazing sidestep.
Right.
My character cannot go into AOP down, which blocks mids. I mean, ducks mids. Sometimes puts them off access to where they'll miss anyway, and then get a punish.
Gotcha.
And the same kind of goes for you. You have to eat a little bit of this, so you do have to play a bit patiently. I will say on Jin, because I'm actually running through Tekken God on Jin right now before Season 3 ends, and I'm having a lot of fun on Jin.
Okay.
Use Omen. You basically have muscle armor on Jin.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
A lot of people are not ready for that move.
Are you talking about the down back 1+2?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is that
Use that shit.
in heat or like just
In heat, it's armored.
Yeah,
in
heat, yeah, that's what I thought.
in no heat, it's not very useful. I've
Yeah.
used it sometimes to get a wall splat, but it scales the crap out of your combos and it does no damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like that. I was like, in heat probably is what he means. Because,
Yeah,
yeah, regularly, I don't know. Like,
because I've used it to call out when someone jumps in the air, but that's like a hard read. That's a super hard read.
I
So
got you.
but yeah, just slow down your gameplay and be very cautious of the characters you are up against, because if you're doing your aggressive, movement against someone like Brian, be very careful. If you're using it against someone like let's see, Asuka, be extremely careful. June, be utmost careful.
Right.
There's almost no reason for you to be giving them a free can.
Got you. Yeah. I have to.
Like that's why you are having a lot of trouble with Arc, because if I'm being honest, Arc's character is really stupid right now.
Yes.
Arc made it very far without knowing a lot of basic June stuff.
Yeah, I know, and that's what really gets me, because I feel like I have so much over him, and yet we're in the same ring. It just,
Yeah,
it really gets me.
it can be frustrating, and I know it's very like, it sucks to say, but yes, a lot of players are held up very high by their characters. Because I have a lot of respect for characters like King. I have a lot of respect for characters like Hachi. But if I'm being honest, Warrior Instinct against a lot of people is a free round. A lot of people are terrified of Warrior Instinct.
Yeah.
You will just win. A lot of people are terrified of June doing anything, and they don't run their offense at all. Like,
Right.
there are windows for you to run your offense. Yes, you can get your damage in on June, but so many people are utterly terrified, and they will let turn after turn after turn pass, and they won't do anything against that character. And June has a pretty nutty offense. June will kill you. June is not afraid to kill you. Her offense is really good for how much she is basically bug spraying you to stay away from.
Yeah.
So yes, I do think June is a little carry.
And
King?
that extends to Asuka too.
Yes, it does. By extension, it does extend to by extension. Yes, it does extend
that
to
does
Asuka.
extend to her. Yes. yeah. I know.
There's unfortunately there's a lot of characters. Like, don't let any of these characters deceive you, because Claudio players, they're held up very high. Lee players, they're held up very high. Paul players, they're held up very high. Asuka, June, the list goes on.
Oh,
But
yeah,
it's like
does.
it's more so than others. I do still respect speakers for using King, but there's a lot speakers needs to learn. There's so much he needs to learn. King brought him maybe like 2 ranks too far.
That's
If
what I thought for so long, and I never want to say. And this might have been what pissed me off last night a lot, but I don't know if you could tell I was really mad. But speaker in another chat basically told me that my neutral sucks, and I was like, dude, I don't even fucking, I just disagree. Like, I flat out disagree. I don't know if that's the right fucking thing that's wrong with me, because I don't think my neutral sucks that bad. Yesterday I was
we just went over your neutral. Your neutral is better than most. You are just placing your energy in the wrong places.
right.
Amazing costume, by the way.
Thank you. Lots of mods.
Your energy just needs to be placed in different spots, because I run my offense on speakers all the time, and he can't find a way out because of my rhythm and the way I'm placing my moves.
Right.
You can do the same thing. It's just a matter of how you're doing it. That's why Arc is the best example here. You should not be losing to Arc. I don't want you to go into a match against Arc thinking that, though, because that is only going to frustrate you.
Oh no, I don't think about it too much when I'm there. I think about it after the fact. Yeah.
And you just it's not a good way of thinking. Take your losses with stride, because there is something wrong. Because at the end of the day, yes, they are held up by their characters. Yes, their characters are making you work overtime when they are not. While you're working at a 10 and they're working at a 6, a 7, yes, that does suck. But there's still adjustments you can make, and there's still things that you should know.
Right.
Your offense does not suck. You can play on both sides for fuck's sake. You know how many people can't do that?
Not a lot.
You just need to put that energy somewhere else.
Got it. Yeah. And also sometimes preserve it if the the need calls, all these different things. Yeah.
Like if you're playing hyper aggressively and you're trying to get something out of them and they're just not respecting you, okay, I'm throwing out the fundamentals. I'm playing like a green rank. That's what I did. That's what I do.
I mean, yeah, that's fair, right? do what works. Yeah.
There are so many matchups where I just I'm telling you a little something, because I like to check people with this. When I join a lot of sessions, I throw a handicap. I 1000% throw a handicap. My wake up option will always be spring kick. I want to see if my opponent's gonna catch that. Or I'm gonna go around only using 4. Or I don't do electrics. I will actively do that when I join certain sessions. Just for fun, or just to kind of conserve energy, because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'm not feeling it. I'm genuinely not feeling it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it tells a lot about a player going up against, because they have a lot of strengths. They just don't know where to place those things, or they don't know how to deal with certain characters. Like, you can look at a lot of our matchups, like the rounds I lost on Reyna against your Asuka.
Yep.
I didn't duck a single high string.
Yeah, you didn't.
I didn't duck a single high string.
That's why I kept doing it, because I was like, I think you ducked maybe once or twice, and that's
I
it.
ducked one. I ducked once.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was actively calling out. I was like, do I need to duck these high strings? Like, am I actively throwing because of these? I was. I 1000% was.
But you were still catching me either way on the lows and everything else, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah. I was just, unfortunately, I wasn't ducking your highs, but it didn't matter because I found that you weren't going to call out any lows.
Yeah. I do need to, that's the thing. It's such a thing of fear, because it's like, I don't, at the same time, right, I don't want to get crushed by fucking this, right, low to low to low, but at the same time, right, I don't want to eat this, and that's the problem. I need to kind of be...
it's a matchup thing, because you could 1000% just be like, okay, I'm not gonna duck low, it's Reyna. She's going to kill me for mids. It's Reyna, I'm not gonna do that. But dude, I hit you with 10.
Yeah, I know. When it becomes that egregious, come on.
Yeah.
Man. I know. And I was even saying to myself, I was like, dude, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? Because it's I know I can do better. I know so many matchups. I know so much more than the average person about characters, what they can do, etc. It's just, I'm literally staring at you doing low to low to low to low to low into a wait, and then low to low to low, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I doing? When do I just say fuck it, or just fuck it, or anything? When will I do it? It's just, it's crazy. God, even dick jab, just anything, step, something. But instead I'm just eating low to low to low, 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 and I'm just like, dude, what am I doing? What am I actually fucking doing?
That's the thing a lot of Tekken players are guilty of. They'll have something down and they'll genuinely forget.
Yeah.
Reviewing past gameplays, because you were always doing something right. That is the interesting thing about fighting games. No matter what skill level you are at, you were always doing something right. And a lot of people will sometimes forget what they were doing right. When I was in blue ranks in Tekken 7, I dick jabbed almost every bit of pressure. When I was in early ranks of Tekken 8, if I saw any type of pressure, I would dick jab. But I was doing it too much. So I eventually just downright stopped. Then I got to Tekken King, and there was a lot of things that I was just enduring. I was straight up enduring. And I just needed to dick jab them. Same with low parries. I don't low parry anymore. I need a low parry again, because a lot of these lows you just can't call out.
Yeah.
Why did I stop low parrying? Because I was running into June. You cannot low parry Can.
That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. You can't low parry that fucking move. But
So it's the sad reality of it.
yeah,
A lot of things will just give you like the most minor PTSD, and you just won't do it again. But there's a balance to these things. Like, okay, sometimes I need a jig jab. Sometimes I need to just block low. Okay, low parry has a lot of stonks in this matchup. Um, it's just little stuff like that. Um, so always look over mechanics and always, place them, because you don't want to forget these things.
right.
Like it should become like matchup based. Like, say for example, okay, I'm fighting Law. Dick jab. Not dick jab. Low parry should be on your radar for
Yeah,
a lot of his strings, because that is a
The-
Rekka based character.
yeah.
That guy is throwing out Rekkas, but the cool thing about Tekken is you have things that shut down anything stupid like that.
Right.
But then you go up against June, you probably want to pump the brakes on low parry just a tiny bit. Only a tiny bit.
Only a tiny bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the same with just like blocking low. A lot of people, they will apply how they play Tekken to every single matchup, and it's not what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because that's basically, it's basically just hitting your head on a cardboard wall, or cardboard wall, a brick wall.
Yeah. Cardboard wall. Damn, that doesn't sound too bad.
Like you would change how you fight completely going up against June. You would change how you fight completely going up against Raven. Despite it being a bad matchup, yeah, you would. Falcaron? Oh yeah, change how you play against Falcaron. But King can shut down an entire layer of Tekken depending on how the King player is playing.
Yeah.
A lot of Kazuya's and Jin's, they get torn up by muscle armor. You know why? Because they are still doing forward 2 at range 2.
Yeah. Yep.
So, that's where a lot of it comes from. So
Got
it's
it.
like what you're doing now, you're doing something right. You absolutely are doing something right. But you're applying it in too many instances. To
Right.
where it's like, okay, I need to do something else, but I'm not sure, because you've never practiced it. You haven't put something into practice long enough for you to think, okay, this is the answer right away.
Right.
As I said, I'll say it again, your movement is great. You need to apply it in
Differently.
a different way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the intent of your movement is always the same, and all people are either catching on that, or they're catching on that by accident.
Right. And whether it's just sidestep into a move or sidestep block, those type of things, or backdash duck or something, just sidestep duck, anything like that, I need to do
Yeah.
more with it, yeah. Because I
Yeah,
have
like
the
any
availability
type
for
of like, yeah, like any type of diagonal movement. Like if it's just you need to sidestep, like backdash sidestep. If you need to backdash duck, sidestep duck, anything of the sort, because movement is canceled into each other. You will knock out multiple options, and your neutral will become infinitely safer, because
Right.
you also never want to get into a patch where you feel like you're actively playing lazily. You want to keep improving your gameplay, and you want to keep that gameplay dynamic. You want your opponent to push you to think, okay, I have to do this here, I have to do this here. Because guess what? When you keep going up against players that lose to the same thing and have trouble adjusting to you and constantly complain about what you're doing, you're gonna keep doing it until you eventually hit something that's going to kick your ass when it shouldn't be.
Right, yeah. And it's kind of about doing the thing that'll work, even if it isn't the right thing all the time, but it will work. It will beat them
Yeah.
until they force you not to do it anymore.
And this game is like, this game is super volatile. There's like, you'll play against someone who's probably like 6 or 7 ranks below you, and they can still get maybe a round or two, either depending on their character or just depending on like the nuttiness of a move. Like a Mishima player constantly just like chugging out electrics, you're gonna get hit by one eventually. A Law player constantly dropping sidestep 4, you're gonna get hit by one eventually.
Yeah.
So it's like, pair that up with, you know, someone who's, you know, close to ranks in you, they're filling up that gap.
Yeah.
And you kind of want every edge you could take.
Right. Fair enough, yeah.
For the most part, we reviewed the matches, we went over things you want to work on, and we refreshed it. We're good. We're done.